What is going on, everyone? This is Dillon from WeTheCoasters. We're checking on into Universal Orlando Resort here for the holiday season. First and foremost, we want to wish you guys a happy holiday season, Merry Christmas and all that coming on up very, very soon. Just a few weeks away, but the holidays are here at Universal Orlando Resort. You can tell by hearing the Christmas music and everything else going on by. So, lots of updates going on by within the last few months of our visits. So without further ado, let's not waste any time and show you what's going on here from Universal Orlando Resort on WeTheCoasters. As you know, City Walk is transformed to Mistletoe Pines, a thing that they've done within the last few years. So all the holiday stuff is here, as you can see right over here. So you can buy Grinch themed merch, anything to do with the holidays, and all that stuff from there. But you can find it all around here in these little, huts all around here, going to this point. And then after that is all regular stuff around here. And wait a second, peanuts at Universal? Okay, kind of weird, but all right. Wow, talk about a different change here. Used to be a giant red coaster over here. That's right, as you could tell, the Hollywood Riptide Rocket roller coaster is officially gone. Completely gone. The only thing that still remains is that red little wall right over there where they have a couple of murals of Riptide Rockets still there, but that won't be much around longer and all that stuff. I know you can't really see it a whole lot well, but you can see that red that's got that slope. That's all that there's left. Everything else is gone. You can actually see the former Blue Man Group, which is that big blue building there, and then that white and blue is where the old Nickelodeon Studios area part is there. So it's crazy, you can actually see that from here. Also, what's odd is you can also see like the exit area of Race Through New York around here. That is crazy. Now remember, the last time we were here when HHM was thing, and about half the track was gone, and now everything is gone. And when I mean everything, I mean everything. They demolished every single thing you think of. It's completely erased. There are new supports, as you can see right over here. So you can see one that's right over here and one right over here. I know you can't really see it a whole lot because it's, we're so far out, but obviously we can't really raise the thing up there to show you. But that little pathway by the water, they have opened that up there as the walls have been extended. So there will be quite some ways away to get this ready to go, but workers are on site. I see about at least a good 15 workers, give or take. That's over here. So that is wonderful to see there. I'll talk a little more about that later on, but good to see they're doing a lot of work. But wow, this change is mental. Now, while it is very sunny out here, which is very nice, it actually is, well, how do you say it? Not the typical Florida weather we're getting. Right now, it's in about the high 60s, low 70s. So, unfortunately, it's like when you're in the shade, it actually feels a lot cooler than how it is when you're in the sun, when it feels a lot better. So, it's like today, I'm actually wanting to be in the actual sun because I can feel how chilly it is a little bit there. Cinnabon, you can see they've got their location all set up around here from the former store they're at. It is open. Check it out when you do. They still have the same thing that they had from the original location, but just in a more secure location that's right over there. Anyways, we're not going to waste too much time. We're going to head over to Islands of Adventure. Got a few things to talk about from there. Couple of big things. One including the Lost Continent, and the other a new food item that's actually there. So let's go. Alrighty, no wait to get into the park. That was beautiful. Interesting enough there, so before I got into the park, WeTheCoasters was actually a 10-minute wait at a point in time. Of course, it's gone up to 25 minutes last I seen, but once we get to the board and take a look from there, I'll tell you everything else that's going on with wait times and all that. But the crowds do not look too major today, which honestly looks impressive. Looks like we also have a brand new freestyle cup, so when we get a lot closer, we can showcase the cup as well. But I got my own at my Epic Cup, so I'm fine with that. Anyways, let's take a look at wait times, so then we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do from there. So maybe WeTheCoasters? We'll see. So it looks like WeTheCoasters at a 35-minute wait. Spider-Man at a 15-minute wait, last I seen. Park closes at 8 p.m. and it's currently 11:53. For Adventure 5 minutes, Spider-Man 25 actually now. Hulk 15. Water rides 5-10 minutes. It is a little chilly. Hagrid's went up to 80 minutes, so nothing too crazy to say the least there. All right, so let's actually head over to Lost Continent because that's the next thing we gotta talk about. Here we are at Seuss Landing, probably the best time to come to this land because the Who's are out. That's right. Big character meet and greets here that are going to be all around the area. Grinchmas is here within the land. This is where the land gets a lot of attraction. So they have that, and the big one that's over by the book area where it's the only time they actually have that open is where the Grinch meet and greet is there. Now, last I seen, it was at a 155-minute wait. That character meet and greet is just uber popular. Universal struck gold with that, and I mean, it is awesome. Cannot wait to see how Universal can, you know, one up anything to do with that situation. But yeah, very intriguing to say the least there of how they struck big. But hopefully they can find a better spot to do it because, yeah, that line, crazy. And of course, if you've never seen the show Grinchmas Holiday Spectacular, it is this way right down there. You just head on the left-hand side, go straight up the path and go from there. Next show is at 12:15, and then they have shows at 1:15, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, and 6:30. Although this location is not open right now, they do have something brand new that I've seen. There's a Captain Crunch cereal bar with vanilla ice cream and holly sprinkles, which is this thing right over here. That is $6.99. And then, of course, bringing back for the holiday season, the holiday hot chocolates and the Grinch cookies. Definitely recommend the Grinch cookies. They're actually really good. Sundays are still the same as usual, but yeah, this spot right over here. Brand new stuff going to buy over at Hop and Pop. And, of course, over at Hong Konkers, that's where the Grinch meet and greet is. Right now, it's 135 minutes on the waits, which that line can also stretch out to there. That's like a little mini waiting period right over here. And then they all line up all around here. Now, I've actually never done this location before. They've had it where just randomly just meet the Grinch, boom. But of course, a lot of things going on from there. Yeah, so there's that situation. Now as we enter Lost Continent, this is rather brand new. They have taken out the bridge where they had the wooden thing that's right over here, and they have taken out the wood and put in an actual permanent pavement spot. So that can only mean one thing. We may see the end of Lost Continent as we know it. Well, the big thing that's going on by here is this giant work wall here. That's where Poseidon's Fury is. You're probably wondering, why am I showcasing this? Well, a few days ago, they've actually removed some trees kind of around this area here that you see. You see some trees still here, but there's a lot of trees that got wiped down in this area. Now, it really does make you wonder how much longer this land is still going to be here. And when Universal makes the announcement to pull the trigger saying that this land is going to be no more. And then what happens here on out around this area? Perform Poseidon's Fury attraction, Mythos right down here, Treasures of Poseidon right over here. And then honestly, the biggest loss, I would say in my honest opinion, Fire Eater's Grill, which honestly is one of my favorite quick serves that's out here. A lot of question marks though, guys. All right, the sun is now starting to show, and we're gonna get some warmth kicking on in. WeTheCoasters, currently a 25-minute wait. And I can tell, it definitely looks like 25, if not, you know, shorter than that. So let's hop on. One small thing I want to note about WeTheCoasters, single riders is officially no more on the attraction. Yeah, single riders on a 2 per row ride, definitely not the best. So it's a shame to say the least, but it happens so. So it says 25 and we're waiting on this part of the area. So we're gonna see if that holds true there. 25-minute wait, more like 15 minutes. The best part too, when I put my stuff in the in the locker for the metal detection, no line for the metal detector or to get on the ride. It's a mixture of no one really is on the ride and the ops are killing it with 4 train operations in December. You'll love to see it. You just love to actually see it. Hats off, team. You guys are killing it. A new food item has dropped over at Pizza Predatoria, and this one rather surprised me. They have garlic bread cones that are up here. Meatball marinara and chicken Alfredo. Well, I'll be. So I'm gonna try one of them today. Alrighty, I picked up my food. They have 2, so they have the chicken Alfredo, the meatball marinara. I went with the chicken Alfredo. So I'm a big fan of chicken Alfredo. I never expected to be in a cone, but here we are today at a moment like this. So this should be very intriguing to say the least. So I cannot wait to dig in, give it a shot. Plus, I've not eaten lunch yet, so let's go. All right, let me tell you something, folks. That garlic bread cone, chicken Alfredo, that is absolutely awesome. That was good. I noticed that the cones are different here in this part compared to Epic, which is rather odd to say the least. But you know what? I'm not going to complain. It's good. So you know what? Good job, Universal. You absolutely nailed the garlic cone thing for sure. Please keep bringing more of those. Those are fantastic. Now, one other related note on the side, Jurassic Park River Adventure, as you can see right over here, it's open right now, but in January it will be closed for a 10-month refurb. So just to let you know, a 10-month refurb that will go on by, they'll shut the ride down, they'll probably have the walls up, and they'll be doing a lot of work. Hopefully they will fix animatronics that have been really seeing the Florida sun. Hopefully they fix the boats, maybe, you know, the track, the build, everything. You get what I mean, especially the ones on the inside, or not the inside, but the outside rather, because those are the ones that really suffer the most. But hopefully they do so. So if you're a fan of River Adventure, get on now while you can before it's too late. I believe closing date for that one before the refurb is January 10th. So I will double check that and let you know in just a second. And just to confirm on this is January 5th through November 19th. The big rumor is that it could be a Jurassic World retheme, but there's been no confirmation by Universal Orlando. So for right now, it is kind of closed doors on that one. But honestly, I'd like to see just keep Jurassic Park and just really fix the ride. But we shall see, though. In the meantime, let's continue onward. They do have an ugly sweater Jurassic Park that's right over here, as you can see, which is this thing here, which looks very, very cool, might add. That's the back, what it looks like there. And this is the front. And the price tag for this here, if I can get to it, is $85. That's a price right there. One other note inside the shop is they've actually replaced the little mural that was in the front, and they kind of made it more like a painted type of feel. So I guess the old one is gone. That's rather odd to say the least. Another place that's got brand new food is the Slurped Snack. Rail to the Chief. So just to show you what they have over here, they have a Fritos barbecue pulled pork walking taco. That actually sounds really good right there. It's got Fritos corn chips, pulled pork, golden barbecue sauce, coleslaw, Tostitos, and nacho cheese sauce. Then there's a Doritos golden sriracha street corn. So they had the street corn before, but now they have the Doritos golden sriracha there added on with it. Just the same as before. That's $6.29, and the Fritos one is $14.99. And then another new thing is the Captain Crunch Cinnamon Sugar Donut Holes. Cinnamon donut holes with chocolate sauce, cream cheese icing, and Captain Crunch original cereal. They actually sound really good. I like how they're trying to be very creative with the food, and that's really intriguing to say the least there. We're not going to have anything in here, but next time that we come back to Universal Orlando, I'm more intrigued to try the donut holes there. That's what sounds really good there, so hopefully I'll blend with you on that one. And then you can see right over there, there's the Fritos walking taco that's right over there. See, if I had that there, I would have it without the coleslaw, but that's just me though. Another place that's got new food is Blondie's. If you remember, Blondie's was closed for quite a bit here. And as you can see, as we're open, yes indeed the case, they have new food that's over here. The Dagwood is still available, but they do have Daisy's Mac and Cheese Bowls, where they have a classic with pasta, white cheddar cheese sauce, white cheddar Gouda cheese sauce, excuse me. That's for $11.99. A combo $16.49. And then they have one with pulled pork that's on there. Both sound very, very good. That is $13.99, and the combo $18.49. They also have kept the other ones like Lou's barbecue pulled pork sliders. Well, I'm just calling it pulled pork, but it's barbecue pork sliders. Then there also is the Wilson's Reuben. And then the Cookies Garden Goodness also is there as well. I don't know about the Miss Julius Caesar one, but yeah, the big one that's still there, though, is the Dagwood, so that's good. That's still here, though. There is also a special promotion for the cups. Where you buy two, get one free. So it looks like there is a special meet and greet to meet the Grinch in there, which, wow, for pass holder stuff, that's a steal. So, unfortunately, they shut off the line right by that area, and that's like another hour from there, so I'm good. I don't need to worry about much. Just want to showcase. They have the Grinch there. Also, no Spetty Boops and the light not only working, but it's lit up there. Interesting. If you're curious to wonder how the park hours are today with how the rides are and whatnot, Spider-Man is currently a walk-on 5-minute wait. Let's hop on. Oh yeah, Spider-Man was definitely a walk-on. Man, this is definitely been one of those days where if you want to ride the rides, today's the day for sure. On to the next. Let's see if the wait time for Incredible Hulk has dipped below 15 minutes, but you already know I'm gonna get on the ride. Looks like single riders is open, at least I can see, and there's really not much going on because it is barely outside of the building. So that's rather intriguing there. Dr. Doom did drop to 15 minutes. It was 35 at a point in time, but thankfully has dropped, and it looks like still 15 for a Hulk. So yeah, let's get on. Why not? All right, actually did Hulk back-to-back times. Ride 1, yeah, had a bit of a wait, nothing too crazy. But ride 2, absolutely a walk-on. Wow, I just seen Hulk and WeTheCoasters in the same timing. That was really cool. But anyways, that's enough for the IOA side. That was cool. Very, very cool. Operations for Hulk. They're only running 2 trains. I seen one of the other trains on the outside, which is meaning they're having a refurb on it. So that's nice how they're getting work done on that ride. In the meantime, we're gonna head over to studios and we'll see you from there. So as you can see here, they have actually got these walls right over here within this area that you're seeing. And well, compared to how it was from before, where, you know, Rip Ride Rocket was here last time I was around. And now, well, don't really see a whole lot. I mean, look at it. Just, I always joke and say no coaster anywhere. However, you did see some supports out on the ground around right over here within this region. You kind of can see it through here if you look really into it there. Lots of markers being down, lots of stuff dig up, some cones around the area. See a bit of a hole right there, so wow. It's crazy to say the least what's going to be coming in 2026, maybe, well, probably 2027 more specifically, but and then they also probably have some work done around here. See, this whole area is brand new that we are walking on as we speak, so it does make you wonder what is going to happen down the road here that they have dug up and that will be taken by within the next few years. Please be Ghostbusters, guys. You will do everyone a favor. Do not put Fast and Furious here. And when you believe it, no wait to get into Universal Studios. So that's good to see right there. Before we talk about the former Rip Ride Rocket area, we're going to go a bit of a detour. So I'll be right back there and I'll talk about Rip Ride Rocket in a little bit. Oh, we have a new tribute store that's here and open. We'll take a look at that also very shortly. Well, as you can tell from here, obviously all the Halloween Horror Night stuff is gone, and out here's the Christmas stuff that's here, which obviously will be here from now till early January to be exact. So this whole area is going to be all Christmased out from here on out. And nothing new I see over at the Central Park Crepes, but here's a new thing. They got Alex from Madagascar out here in this meet and greet little spot. A rather interesting area they're doing it. Probably the first time I've ever seen a character in a meet and greet in that spot in particular, but not like I'm complaining here. Some random work walls within this area. I'm not sure as to what it's for, but I think there was a food truck that was here and they got rid of it, and then it's continuing on to Central Park. I'm not sure what's going on there. If anyone knows in the comments below, let me know. In the meantime, we are making our way through the Simpsons land. You know, a big thing that's going around is that the Simpsons, it is rumored, they may be gone within the next few years. Mainly because of the contract that's up, and the Simpsons is with Disney. So, if you're a big fan of Springfield, and all around the area here, and of course the Simpsons ride, I would advise coming here when you can, and actually checking out. So I feel like slowly and steadily, some of the stuff will phase out, and then eventually may close down overall. Give it about a few years, that's very, very possible. So in the meantime, now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's head over to MIB. Okay, we did some attractions left and right. Got to do MIB, got to do ET, and then unfortunately this BOS. But I got to hang out with a friend, do that for the time being, which was a lot of fun. It was cool though. So big thing that came around, there's some new posters around the area where they've been throwing a lot of teases for the new ride that's coming up by. They also have this blocked off because it looks like they got something going on with the Macy stuff going on by here. So that's intriguing. So I'm going to quickly mention this here. So they have stuff that is right over here about Blues Brothers, right over here. A lot of stuff on New York and about some of the old tribute store stuff that's around here. So it's nothing too much, but it's rather interesting how they're really just They're just trying to throw curveballs left and right. I find this intriguing, to say the least. Is it really going to be a Fast and Furious coaster? I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm telling you guys. Where is that? Where is it at? Hold on. Here it is. I'm telling you, it's not a Ghostbusters meet and greet. It is a Ghostbusters roller coaster coming on by. Oh. So yeah, they're out there. That's cool. So anyways, let's do Revenge of the Mummy. Revenge of the Mummy being 15 minutes? Nah, that's definitely 5 minutes. Also, there was nobody on single riders too, so my goodness. Great time to ride. So hats off to the Supercharged crew who know me there. That was awesome. They definitely acknowledged the best ride of all time. So yeah, that was really, really cool. Very, very cool. So, we are actually gonna go through and do MIB a couple more times. And I'm trying to see what King's Cross wait time is, I think. Does that say 5 minutes? No, it's 35. I was gonna say 5 minutes. Dang, I would have hopped on, but yeah, it's a 35-minute wait. So, yeah, I'm probably just gonna use the walking distance to head back to Iowa to do maybe a few more things. Kind of go from there. So yeah. All right, so MIB, that's a bust. Broke down big time. So it looks like that's not gonna reopen for the day. Looks like they got something going on executive-wise over here. That's why they got some special food going on over there. But also looks like they have a private event also coming on by with Universal Backlot Club. Not sure what's going on with all about that. If anyone knows about the Backlot Club, let me know in the comments down below. All right, now let's showcase a little bit of the tribute store. So you're going to see some shots going on by from right about now for the next couple minutes.
I want to make something for Michael. No, for oh, yeah.
No, this is worse. I think this is worse because he doesn't. Human face, right? So it's naturally unsettling.
Over at Schwab's Pharmacy, they do have promotional stuff for Wicked, especially the movie Wicked for Good, where they do have themed shakes that are over here. So they have hand scooped ice cream. They have the 2 shakes that are there. So let's see if we can get over to the area and then explain a little more. But they have a Wizard Elixir shake. So basically, that's your mint chocolate chip ice cream shake that's over here, which is right over here. That's $12.99. And then the Yellow Road shake, which is like the Yellow Brick Road over for Wizard of Oz, that's also $12.99. It still let you ice cream. Yellow Brick Road chocolate pieces and caramel that's over there. Sound really good. I would love to try the Wizard Elixir shake, but I don't know if it's going to be around after December. Like, if it's here in January, I will definitely give that a try, but it sounds really good though. Speaking of Wicked, the store that's over here and the tribute area that's over here, they have updated the murals out here for Wicked for Good, which is the movie that came out November 21st. It is right now in theaters, so they've updated the mural for what they have that was originally there before. So everything in there should be updated for the new movie that's there, including the new dress by Ariana Grande that's right over here. So interesting enough to say the least there. Everything else should be the same in there. And last but not least, I do want to showcase something else real quickly here. If you notice, something's missing over here. That's also Rip Ride Rocket. So the area that would go right up here where the mid-course break run would be right over here, that's all gone. And oddly enough, you can see Nickelodeon Studios from here. I know I mentioned in the beginning, but just from the studio side, you can see how much of a difference is. From here, you can actually see the building. There's another spot you can see that's completely missing, and that's 12 where the entrance was. So if you can see, this is all what's left of Rip Ride Rocket. So just a random light right over here, this mural that's right over here, and then there's a mural behind this area right over here that's still there. That's all that there is left. Everything else of that attraction is completely gone. You can actually see the open air of Soundstage 18 and 19 within that little area. And you can see like just how open this area is, that since the coaster's gone, that's all that there is. It's mind-blowing. And I mean, like, look, this is the only other thing that's left of Rip Ride Rocket right over here. This little thing right here. So eventually they'll paint over it, they'll knock down the murals. Like you can see, kind of right over here. You can see that mural that's still there. That's it, Rip Ride Rocket. It's very little. Everything else, you can clearly see right through here. There is a lot of work in here. It's mind-blowing to say the least of what's going to be done within the next few years. Like, you can even see through the open air ounce of adventure through there where the Seuss landing area is. That's absolutely incredible that, you know, how much a difference can make from a giant 150-plus foot roller coaster to just nothing but ground dirt. So, mind-blowing. I remember we were here for Halloween Horror Nights, me and Lynn, in September, and they had half the track gone, basically all the stuff around that area. And then this area was kind of gone, and then all this is still there, and then down there was gone. It's unbelievable, man. So, whatever they're doing at Universal, I'm very curious to see what they're going to do there. It's crazy. So, we're going to get ready to watch the Grinch show. And look at this. We're right by the former Nickelodeon Studios and Blue Man Group area. And we're literally right there from the construction progress of that new roller coaster coming on by. Wow, you really get to see it that up close. You know, there's that black mesh that's there, but wow, that's insane. So, we're gonna be waiting in line for the show and enjoying a good time. It's been a while since I've also seen the show. I was gonna see it the last couple of years, but it's always been too long of a line. And also, you can see more stuff in the murals that are over here, up close. Interesting.
There's the parade.
Alrighty. We just finished up with watching the show, and we're getting ready to head on out of this area to head back to IOA. And then, because right now it is 6 o'clock, the park is closed at 7 for studios and 8 o'clock for Islands of Adventure. So, interesting to say the least there. And by the way, I do want to showcase one small quick thing, because I know a certain someone on the channel mentioned about Nickelodeon Studios back in August. I'd like to showcase something very, very briefly. It's about Nickelodeon Studios that, well, there's like the only last update there is of the entire Nickelodeon Studios. Alrighty, as we are finally out of the Grinch area and we're back at Islands of Adventure, it is nighttime and it's all lit up, as you can see here, for the holidays. Well, you want to know something crazy? WeTheCoasters at a 20-minute wait. 20 minutes. Now that's what I'm talking about. So, why not? Let's hit a mini marathon of WeTheCoasters. And you know me, I love WeTheCoaster night rides. Even though Hagrid's is a better night ride, WeTheCoaster is very good at night. By the way, Hagrid's 110 minutes. That's too much, man. So, see you elsewhere. Yeah, I probably waited about 20 on the dot. Now went up to 35 minutes because they've opened up the queue on the outside area. So, interesting. But man, great to do that at night. Love it. Can't really ever complain about that for sure. So, I think because of that, and you know what? You know what? Let's just do one more attraction. Just one. Let's do Forbidden Journey. Let's do that now. All right, I'm gonna quickly say this because the show's going on. The speakers are by me, but we did Forbidden Journey. Yeah, we about walked on, so that was good. All right, I'll talk more later. I'm gonna get out of the area first. Okay, this is very ironic, but we are in IOA, Islands of Adventure, and obviously they are doing the nighttime show for studios out in the area. They had drones, that's part of the show, around this area. So it's kind of funny, like I'm leaving Forbidden Journey and even right here, I just pulled out the camera and they're doing the show. So I don't know if we're gonna get lucky and see it, you know, at the right place, right time, but they're like hanging around. There it is. Look at that. We're seeing it from IOA. What in the world? That is insane. That is absolutely insane that we're actually seeing part of the drones from here. Oh my God. I would have never noticed that. That is awesome. Someone forgot to hide that out, Universal. Oopsie. One last thing I want to talk about while in the Lost Continent is this, is that if the rumors are true and the land is going to close, this is the thing I'm probably going to miss the most in the entire area. This place right here, Fire Eater's Grill. This has some of the best food that's for quick serve. Euros, especially, and the Buffalo Chicken Singers. I'm telling you, those two are amazing. But I guarantee you, if the rumors are true, I'm probably going to stop by there. Definitely enjoy the food in that area because it is so good and I love it so much. But you know, if they close it, you know, with the land and all that, I'll be ashamed, but I get why they're doing it. So fingers crossed. Anyways, we are leaving Universal. It is less than an hour to park closed, but I think I'm ready to go home, mainly just because you know, I don't want to be out too late tonight, but also the fact that I'm starting to get a little chilly. I don't have a jacket on, but you know, temperature's already down to like the 60s, and you know, you can call me a wimp, but I don't care. It's cold. Islands of Adventure all lit up at night. What a day it's been all together, and I'll tell you what, it's great to be back at Universal Orlando. Probably will be the final visit of this place for the year until 2026, of course, and we'll definitely be back here in January. Cannot wait for that because it's gonna be a lot of fun. Folks, thank you guys for watching. If you like, to be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and hit that bell notification for any future uploads. Follow us on all of our socials, our Facebook, our Twitter, Instagram, and our threads. Once again, my name is Dillon. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later until the next video. Peace.
WeTheCoasters, hold on tight, up to the sky, drop through the night, twist and turn, fear takes flight. WeTheCoasters.